Howdy partners, it's Angela Odling, creator of the webcomic Detached on Webtoon and Tapas, and you're listening to Bullshittery of the Week, a Shodcast with Andy and Dan. Yeehaw!
That's a party popper because it's the 30th Shodcast special. But not only that, it's only Andy's bloody birthday tomorrow.
It is my birthday tomorrow.
At the time of recording, it's Andrew's.
It's the
27th birthday. What?
Welcome to the Andy and Dan Shodcast. Episode 30 special spectacular.
Yeah.
Aruni.
Video special. You can see us.
So, but first of all, if you like a bit of a cheeky t-shirt or something to keep you warm this winter, then why not buy some
merchandise?
These Drew Gamers merchandise.
And also a t-shirt. I'm not on. Look at that.
Look at that. Daniel drew it.
Yeah, you can buy that. Buy now.
The Drew Gamers Bazaar. The Drew Gamers Bazaar. We have a range of quality items.
Letter-based clothing, baby letter-based clothing, liquid holding dispensaries, pictured paper, graffitied soft squares,
And that's still not all.
adhesive rectangles, female military tunics, hooligan cosplay, and nostalgic haberdashery.
Don't miss out on a high quality merch and come on down to the Drew Gamers Bazaar today. Buy now.
Link
Not bizarre. We don't
Bazaar.
Bazaar.
You got to emphasize the wrong point.
Yeah. So, hello Daniel.
Hello, Andrew.
How are you?
I'm alright.
2020.
It is 2020.
It is fucking 2020.
It's nearly over. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those people who's like, oh, thankfully 2020 is nearly over because it's still going to be bad next year.
Yeah, no,
However,
exactly. It's not just going to disappear like as soon as it hits 2021.
However, I haven't really experienced much this year.
No.
'Cause between the last Shodcast and this one, a whole global pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And we lost about
I mean, it feels like
a
it's
year,
about May,
Probably. Yeah.
and it's actually November. So
I went to Liverpool Comic Con, when was it, like February or something? And
Yeah.
it was like started then.
yeah.
Because I was nervous then going.
Yeah, I was in California when it started, and then I flew back, and then it was like, oh, lockdown. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
we were
well.
like, well, so since then, we've been pretty much indoors most of the time, not
Yeah.
doing much.
But we have been playing games.
We have been playing games. This is a video. No, it's not really a video game podcast. Is
No,
it? It's loosely a video game podcast.
But
That's
we-
mainly what we talk about.
we thought we'd start with video games.
Video games.
So,
We can litter it throughout the episode to break things up.
all right.
We were going to talk about, because it's coming up to the end of 2020, we're going to talk about what were our favourite games we played in that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Tasty non-branded beverage.
No, it's non-branded. Stop it. Stop branding.
Oh
See
no.
us? Oh, Andrew.
That'd have been good of it to like hit and not record there, wouldn't it? So yeah, Daniel. Ow. I'm really excited.
You're too excited. Calm down.
Yeah.
Birthday.
So where to begin, Daniel?
What was the game I was surprised about that came out early? I went through a list before and I've forgotten it.
Trials of Mana. Maybe.
Trials of Mana, that was like
That was just before, that was around the same time as Final Fantasy 7, wasn't it?
a bit after.
Yeah. And then Tsushima.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, let's try and think of them all. Trials of Mana, Final Fantasy 7 Remake,
Ghost of
Tsushima.
Tsushima, Animal Crossing,
Animal Crossing, yeah, that was the big one. Xenoblade Chronicles,
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
I mean, there's like a lot of games that have come out that we want to play, but we haven't.
Yeah, Andy played Crash 4.
Yeah.
He played it. He struggled.
Struggled my way through that
through
game.
Crash
I
4.
swear to God.
We'll
We'll talk about that later, though.
We will.
But yeah, there's been a nice selection.
Pokemon DLC, Crown Tundra.
Yeah, Crown Tundra. And out of the two, the Crown Tundra was Chef's Kiss.
Alabama was good.
Yeah. I mean, I do really like Urshifu.
Yeah.
I really like Urshifu as a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's a shame you get it so late. But I think if you redo it from the beginning, like you can actually go to the Isle of Armor and do it, and you get it at like level.
Yeah, as soon as you get to the wild area, you can get to the Isle of
Yeah,
Armor.
so
That's good.
pretty cool. So you could technically go through the game with an Urshifu,
Yeah.
which I kind of wanted to do as well, but I was just like, I'm just like, I really love Urshifu, but I'm like, technically it's a legendary, and I don't use legendaries.
Yeah, but it's not really.
It's not.
It's like bloody one of those, isn't it?
Poipole.
One of those. One of those.
What, me?
One of you. Shit, the dogs. The dogs are coming.
The Hound of the Baskervilles is coming. Now, speaking of Baskervilles.
We're going to feature just you, Andrew, before you get carried away.
What?
We just listed games and we didn't even talk about any of them.
I was going to talk about a game.
Okay, good.
I
panicked and thought you were going to get down right to a feature.
What feature?
I don't know, it was 70.
I was like, oh, speaking of Baskerville, you were like, don't do a feature.
Andrew, no! We're not ready for Baskervilles R us or whatever. Hound of the Basketvilles, where we have to guess what's in a basket. Oh, it's a hound every time.
Also,
that's the joke.
PS5 just came out.
It did, you clown. You haven't got one.
I thought you were just like, it did, you clown.
It did, you idiot.
Richie's got one.
Has he?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, he really likes it, but it's just like...
I've heard good things, but...
Breaking.
Well, yeah. I mean, the lesson is, don't buy a console on launch.
Yeah.
Well, I've done it before. I bought like a first gen PS3.
Yeah, I did too.
And I bought it second hand because I really wanted one and it broke anyway. You're not stupid.
Yeah.
And I bought PS4 and that had the disc error.
But that wasn't on launch though, that was a year later.
It wasn't on launch, no, but it was the first like generation of them. And it had the old spitting disc issue where it just kept chucking out Type 0. I was like,
And like with mine, like, my PS3, the laser melted twice. Not even once.
Laser melted.
That's basically what they said. Like the laser melted.
In PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it had loads of like internal like heat issues and stuff.
It's just like...
Is that what on GTA? Yeah.
And I was in the tunnels
GTA 4
for online, and I was like, I went into a train tunnel to get away from someone.
Yeah.
Pal.
For breeze.
And like all the lights started turning off. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like all the lights are turning off, and then the game just like stopped. I was like, oh, what? I was trying to get back in, it just wouldn't read any discs. I was like, fuck's sake.
It just broke the whole console.
And then I had the other one for like a really long time.
Yeah.
And then it broke just before Ni no Kuni came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to get like a new PS3 because I was like, I've been waiting for Ni no Kuni for like years.
My PS2 did that right at the end of like the PS2
oh yeah, I remember
development. My original PS2 died just as
Rogue Galaxy came out.
And 12 came out.
Yeah.
Like
it was 12.
It was 12,
and then you like,
Galaxy.
and then you got Rogue Galaxy. It was like, it doesn't work on my PS2.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought it was a game, and then it just stopped reading like newer discs, and I was like, okay, this is smelly.
But anyway, we've gone off like a really big tangent here.
Well, we were discussing video games and how shit the consoles are. But yeah, PS5's out. I'll tell you what games do you want to play that are coming out on the PS5?
Well, Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much the one I want to get in time for, to be honest, is 16.
I mean, like, looking at it, everyone's like, oh, it's all like normal and there's people, and I'm just like, oh, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I looked at that lore on that website, and I was just like,
look at the website.
I was there like going like this with a bowl of cereal. I was trying to seduce it. I was like there with like ice cream on a spoon like that. Looking at the website,
it was just a screen.
Yeah,
couldn't feel emotion.
And the amount of detail they've got into it already, and that's just like at the start.
And it's been made by the studio who's in charge of 14.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it. It looks amazing. To me, it looks amazing. So
it does. Return to medieval.
Yes.
Style, which is
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Cracking time. No, massive one. Just got a Rift Apart. That's it.
A Rift Apart.
When's that out? Is that early next year?
Yeah, I think so. I want to play.
I thought it was going to be a release one actually.
Yeah, I did too. Because what was that one? that was on PS3 that was a launch title.
Oh, was it the future one, the first one?
Yeah.
Tools of Destruction.
Tools of Destruction, yeah. Right. That was like the first one I actually properly saw because you showed it to me. And I was like, oh, I'm getting into this now.
Yeah. I just played it around yours.
Yeah, at my birthday.
Ah.
What's it called? I mean, this one's already out, but I want to play it anyway. Miles Morales.
Yeah, I have that, but I haven't played it yet. I've got it on PS4.
What's really cool though is like when you do eventually get a PS5, by then you'll probably have completed it, but you get a free
PS5
upgrade
up digital version. Yeah, that's
I can do that with Valhalla.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah,
they've done that. I think I've heard that Horizon Zero Dawn's like PS4 as well.
Yeah, it is.
Which is random because I would have thought they'd be really pushing like for next gen with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for that. I mean, I need to finish the first one.
I need to play the first one.
I've got halfway through it, and I think my problem with it was like, as much as it's amazing and stuff, just like taking down all the big enemies.
Yeah,
it takes like a really long time, and you have to be like have weak points on it. You've got to shoot certain bits off to get to like the weak points and stuff, and it can be really hard.
Yeah.
There's like a flying one, and it comes flying at you, and you've got to hit it with like ice bombs and stuff. But it's like really hard to hit it with an ice bomb.
Yeah.
And so, like, but it's such a good.
Andrew,
like,
you can do it, Andrew.
The concept of Horizon Zero Dawn is just like amazing. And Daniel, if you didn't know, likes robots.
Yeah, I do like.
He loves robots. Yeah,
robots.
He wrote a whole book on robots.
I do. I don't know. Alphabetronics. If you need to learn the alphabet, by the time you did, do it via robots.
So let's talk about your favorite games this year.
Yeah. So a big one at the start of the year was Animal Crossing.
It was. I got mine a bit later.
You got yours a bit later, like a month or so later, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was around summer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the summer. Because it was just in time when the COVID lockdowns were starting.
I was like...
and everyone's depressed and it's like, we have this now.
Yeah.
We can live on our island.
What's really good about it is like they're always updating it with new stuff, and it draws you back in.
Yeah, they do events based around seasons and like holidays and stuff, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
and they've upgraded it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the museum's expanded. You can now swim in the ocean.
Yeah,
all sorts of
excited to see what else they bring to it.
Yeah, maybe just keep expanding it because you can just keep doing free updates, and people just keep buying it. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a moneymaker, really. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it. It's just been really...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as into it as I was.
No, I was really into it when I first started playing it.
A lot for months. I think it's the hardest I've ever gone in a game. Like
yeah.
Daily.
I always try and go at least once a day. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
It's annoying sometimes, like, because you get like, oh, you need to fish or catch a bug at this specific time, and it's always the time after, like, I'll be working during the day or whatever, doing like recording or editing or writing and stuff, and it gets to that time and I'm like, okay, I'll go play Animal Crossing now. Oh no, I missed it.
I missed all the things I needed.
I'm still missing like one thing, but I think it's like it's a crab that's there all day. Or
there's crabs there all day. Oh yeah, there's a few like the newer crabs are quite hard to catch.
Yeah,
big ones.
Around that time.
Deering! I'm getting you on screen.
Oh, okay.
You peeking?
I'm trying to think what came out at that time because I didn't get that because I literally just got back from California. I think Trials of Mana. I think that was Trials of Mana.
Yeah.
I think Trials of Mana came out first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did. It came out at the end of March.
Yeah.
And I was all over that.
All over that bad boy.
Yeah, I streamed it.
I put that on my Christmas list because it's back in shop too. So it's like, if you want to get it. So it's limited stock, so it's just like I'll give it to
I wonder
Lauren.
why they did like such a limited release.
I don't know, but he was like under 30. Wasn't it the 30 quid on release? Shopsy's really good.
Yeah, Shop 2 is really
good. I'm not sponsored by Shopsy.
So I got Valhalla like 4 days early.
Yeah, it's really good for like really early releases. But yeah, Trials of Mana. What did you think of
that? I loved it. Like, I think as a replay value, it does have replay value because like you can select because you go in and you can rotate your team and stuff
with character development.
And it's not like it's like you have the 6 characters and you make a team of 3, and then each character has branching paths with classes as well.
Yeah,
and there's like loads of different classes. So it's like, okay, well that gives me more replay ability. So even though I could do like 3 and 3, I could make a team of anyone, and then one playthrough I could have Duran as like the paladin.
Yeah,
and then. I could have him go like the other route if I ever used him again.
Yeah,
so it's interesting.
Ways it opens up.
It's just a shame that like there's not much change in the story between like who you play as and stuff, because like it has to go a certain way and stuff. But it's like it would have been nice if there was like specific sections.
It's mainly near the start, isn't it, when you're finding characters and stuff?
And like 2 of the characters have one last boss, 2 of the characters have another last boss, and then the other 2 have another one.
Oh, okay.
So that helps. It's like the start and end, but everything in between is the same.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes it hard to replay it.
But it's mainly based on gameplay.
Exactly.
Isn't it? Like which characters and classes, which is cool.
Yeah, it's such a good game though, and like
it's hard to judge it because we never played the originals of that or Secret of Mana.
I kind of like they do have the Mana collection. I kind of want to just get it and play it on there because I really like the style of it.
Secret of Mana was like criticized for like the remake they did it because it was.
But they put like so much effort into this.
Yeah, they expanded it more. The remake of Secret of Mana was like the original game but 3D. And like even the layout of the towns and stuff, and it was exactly the same but 3D with like things that come with like modern tech.
Yeah.
But with this, they've like made it so you can like pan around and explore areas.
It's such a like amazing remake. The soundtrack's amazing as well.
I need to play it, but it looks like they did a very good job.
I need to. Yeah, I want to try the original because I want to see how it
stands up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does look cool. I like the idea of it being sprite based and action based at the same time.
Yeah,
because you don't really see that too often.
Not really. I think it's where Chrono Trigger got inspired.
Yeah. So we had Trials of Mana, and then straight after Trials of Mana was Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to do a?
I think
feature. Talk about 7.
I think. Do a feature.
You look really like downcast.
I was gonna say I think we should leave 7 until we do like a review on it, but
well, we can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah,
it's only in casual conversation.
Do that. It's phenomenal.
Well, yeah,
like I absolutely like loved it. I can see why people might be annoyed by it and stuff in the way they did it, but they were always upfront about it, like that it wasn't going to be the full game.
Well, yeah.
They had to be upfront about that.
I think everyone knew.
You'd be surprised. There'd be people like, it's not the full game. It's like, well, we've been saying that for months. And no, they haven't. It's like, yeah, they said it as soon as...
said it's the Midgar section.
Well, they expanded on it so much. And like,
yeah, they did.
Because Midgar is probably what about... if you sat from the start of Midgar and if you started the game and you were just kind of like going through it, you could probably do Midgar in about, as a casual person, probably about, I don't know. If you just went through it without really training up and stuff, you could probably do it in about 5-6 hours.
Yeah, probably around that.
But if you stand there and you do your training and stuff, you're probably there for a good like 15 hours or something.
Do it, find all the extra stuff and whatever. Because like in the original, like it did. Well, when you first played 7, I remember because obviously I didn't know you were I didn't know where you went and stuff, but I did know like I obviously read all the manuals and stuff. It's like, oh, you get an airship and stuff. I was like, you must go bigger than the city, but I didn't know how much bigger. Because obviously at that point you kind of feel like the city is sort of like
you feel like
everything.
Well, it was
this
was just like it's so good. Like the lighting and the like when you're in what's it 6 or 7.
Yeah, and you look up
and you see like the
plates,
plates and stuff, and then later on you are in the plates and you see like Sector 7 below you and stuff, and it's so good. The characterization of the characters is perfect as well. I really like the characterization.
Yeah, didn't have the character.
Like Tifa and Aerith were just because they always had like that feeling of like even though they were friends in 7, there was always like that sort of like backhanded. Sort of like if you were talking to one of them or over the other, or you did something with one or the other one kind of
got sassy with you.
Yeah. Like when you're in like the prison in the prison in Shinra building, and you're in with Tifa and Eric's in the next one over, and you start talking to her and she goes, "Hey, what about that date?" And then Tifa's go, "Oh, you're going on a date," sort of thing. Like she just like chimes in and she goes, "Oh, Tifa, I didn't know you were there." But in this, like, there's that element of she really likes Cloud, but Tifa likes Cloud, but they're still good friends and stuff, and that translates so much better.
Yeah.
I think, like, out of all the characters as well, like, It's hard, but I think Aerith translated the best. She just looked beautiful. And I think it's more because it's like the emotion behind Aerith.
Yeah.
And you kind of, if you've played 7, you know what we're talking about. We won't say because
she gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And then babies come out and run around the world. That's a different character.
We'll tell you a story about that after.
No, you'll tell me right now.
But I loved it, and like the battle system was really cool. The way like it integrated like action with the ATB system.
Yeah, I think the way they've done like the action, like an action Final Fantasy with it is good. They like taking what they did with 15 and blended it with the old better. Yeah,
it really worked. It was so
I'm
good.
excited about 16 as well because of like what they did with the 7 remake. Yeah, 16 is going to be more like actiony again, so it's like, well, we've seen what they do now. So.
Yeah, and I loved it, and like seeing the characters like around the city that you did interact with, but seeing them fully fleshed into actual proper characters like Jessie and Wedge and Biggs. Like, especially Jessie, like, you go to, like, her home and stuff, and it's like... yeah, Duncanio.
Bloody President Shinra and all those guys. Yeah. It's amazing, really, how little you spend in Midgar in the original. Really.
Yeah, you think about, like...
how expansive it obviously meant to be.
Yeah. And then you don't go back there for a really long time.
Not really.
There was obviously, like, a lot of twists and stuff, and then people were either really happy with it or weren't, and... I was honestly really happy with it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm more curious than anything. I wasn't unhappy with it.
Yeah.
But I'm more curious to see where they go with it. But I think they had to do it that way because they needed to do sort of like a climactic end boss.
Yeah, they did. It would have been weird if
it
would have been weird if it was just the what's it called? Twin burner, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The motorbike thing.
So yeah, they need to do something crazy. And obviously
it's really good. And stuff, yeah. So. And talking about, like, I don't know whether we should say it or not.
Spoilers.
Yeah, the last boss. I'll just say the last boss.
Yeah.
Or one of the last bosses.
Yeah.
I
kind of felt like you shouldn't have maybe shouldn't have fought then.
No, I don't think you should.
Not in part 1,
but I can see why they did it.
Yeah.
It's made me excited for part 2. It's like made me really excited. I can't wait.
Considering at the end of the game, what the final boss is, it's different enough to warrant it happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
I'm excited to see, like, because we did see one of the other characters.
Yeah.
We saw Kate Sith.
Yeah, we did. Saw Zack as well.
We did see Zack.
Potential twist with that.
Yeah. I don't think it is like what people think.
I think it's just an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
That they're showing. And things are still largely going to happen the same, but then they're going to show, like, in another life that, oh, this didn't happen.
Yeah.
That happens.
I think with like what they did with,
and there might be some crossover between the two.
Yeah.
Like the timelines might get mixed up, but then I think things generally.
Yeah, I think they'll still play out the same. I can't wait to see Yuffie. I can't wait to see Vincent, Sid. It's gonna be good. I'm hoping. I think with part 2, if they do it, it might end up being like maybe they will finish disc 1. But they might just go to like Gold Saucer or something. Because if you think about like, all the stuff in between.
Yeah, it's the world map I'm more curious about.
Yeah,
like,
I want to see it, like how they're gonna do it.
I feel it's just gonna be like one huge open area, like 15. But then again, how would you do a third disc? Will it just be the world, like, obviously changes and stuff slightly? Which areas would you be able to go back to and things like that? It's gonna be.
I think they'll like advance the map each time. So like in the next one, they might do calm.
Yeah, you'd have to sort of section off an area, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
The world, and then you do the next part of the world.
So maybe like the world map will be in different sections, and like you go through the cave, and then that's the other section, and you've got Fort Condor. Imagine Fort Condor.
Oh my god! Yeah, some of these. Oh, I hope they leave the mini game.
Oh,
I was obsessed with that mini game. Don't know why.
I didn't get it. Like,
it wasn't even brilliant.
No.
Like, when I first played it, I didn't understand what I was meant to do.
Like, I had Ben showing me, and I was like, I don't understand. And then, like, the last time I played it, not the stream time when I did it on stream, but like the last time I played it, I just did it like all the time.
Yeah, I played it more than I need to, and you just kept giving Gil because like they had no more rewards for it. It's funny.
You had to go back at like really specific points though, and it was like, I'm not about that life.
Traveling back before shipping a tiny block, it was dead annoying. But yeah, overall phenomenal. We had all the part 2
summons and stuff.
Do you reckon part 2 will be PS5 exclusive?
No,
I don't either. Probably like development sort of stuff.
I think it'll be PS4. Like part 1 and part 2 will be PS4, and then they'll do like a PS5 version.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be like, oh, you've got this. You can do like this version. You can get the free version of it on PS5, and then part 3 onwards will be.
Yeah, probably. I would have thought so.
Yes,
I would have thought so.
There was like one thing that I didn't do on it. Like I really wanted to do it.
Go on.
The fucking post game challenge.
Oh yeah, the bloody VR trading stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get to it.
I had to. Do you know what it is?
I know what the final one is.
I don't know what the actual final round of it is, but I know what the rounds were leading up to it. I always got to the second to last one, which is where you like fighting Bahamut.
Yeah. And
then partway through, you just like, Ifrit.
It's the multiple Espers.
Yeah.
Summons, whatever. The summons were good in that game.
Yeah, they were really good. Because you had to go through, you fought like Shiva and Fat Chocobo, and then Leviathan, and then you fought Bahamut, and then partway through you summoned.
Yeah, I was really surprised Bahamut was in actually.
I know, I wasn't expecting
I didn't think he'd be in.
The game fucking spoiled it for me though.
I know, yeah, it showed it on the loading screen.
I was like, why is he showing me that?
And Bahamut, it's like, what?
I was like, why are you here?
Yeah, because it's pretty much like bonus content to get Bahamut.
Yeah, it's post game, I think, pretty much, or end game at least.
Enough, yeah.
Oh, you know what one of my favorite moments in that game was? I mean, there was a lot of good moments in that game.
Well,
Genova.
Yes.
That was that whole section was phenomenal. And then like when you're fighting
it's a shame that wasn't the final boss in a way.
Yeah.
Because that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're fighting it, and then you're like the music's just going off, and then like it gets to that last bit of the music because all the bosses were in like phases.
Synth kicks in.
And you're like fuck, and then you feel like
you're like Genova.
Yeah, you just like it hypes you up for like the fight because like the fight's going like amazing. You're like, oh god, it wasn't difficult, but it's like this is like really intense, and then all of a sudden that music starts in, and it just like it makes it so much more epic. Who would you say was like the most fun to play as?
Ooh. Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa was really good to play as.
Surprisingly fun. Like an actiony, like you didn't know how her combo was going to translate, but he was actually like stringing together combos and stuff was like really cool.
I think they all played well in their own way. I think Barrett was the hardest to play as.
Yeah, because he was just ranged and you had to rely on him to like get people's stagger thing up.
Yeah. He was still good to play as though.
Oh, he's really good.
I liked playing as Aerith.
Yeah.
Just like seeing her like swing the staff around and stuff was just like really cool.
Yeah. That's some really good like,
and she had that light that laser beam.
Yeah.
That light beam.
She gave it on special.
I thought what I really appreciated in that game was that it was one of the things that I'd always sort of mentioned in when we've talked about 7 is that they like 7 had the characters and they did technically have their specific builds.
Yeah.
So you knew how to like play as them. Like Cloud was always like the warrior and like Aerith was always the white mage and stuff. Yeah. But like the materia didn't really translate to that on them.
No, because you could just adapt it.
You could just make anyone exactly the same. The only thing that was different was the limit breaks. But then in this, they actually gave them each character abilities on top of that, which fit with them. And that's what I was like. Oh, okay, that's solid gold.
Yeah, because limit breaks have become like sort of like second, like not as prominent because you obviously want to like give people like better ones throughout the other expansion. Then maybe by the end you get access to all of them. I don't know how that's one thing I don't know how they're going to do is carry across progress and materia and stuff like that.
I think that was one thing, like because we know Midgar was at the start of the game, feeling like leaving Midgar with like Firaga and stuff felt like you were overpowered, but then if you think about it logically, you're not, because that's like a whole game on its own.
Maybe it's gonna go like Faraka, and just like each version's gonna like advance it by 3 more stages.
Hi, I'm Spyro.
Yeah, you had that. Someone had a Z.
I think so.
A Z.
Or you could go with the 10-2 version. Spyro 2.
Oh my god, yeah. Spyro 2. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, that's us. We'll do like a proper review on it and stuff.
We'll do one of the original 7, and then we'll do one of 7 remake.
I thought we did
played
7.
all of them. No, we haven't.
Oh.
That's the next one.
Ah!
The Final Fantasies. We did up to 6.
Okay.
Andrew says in pain.
Should we do a feature before we talk about anything else?
Yeah, let's do a feature and then we'll talk about some other games.
Roll jingle.
I don't know what we'll do.
It doesn't matter, it's an
Just
edit.
roll a jingle.
Bullshit news, huh?
Let's have a look in my cocaine book. Would you like some bullshit news?
Yes. Roll it.
We just did.
Roll it again.
You ready?
No. Go.
Pilots use jet to draw penis in sky in support of masturbating footballer. There's the picture. Not on screen.
It's just like a blurred out pic.
Yeah, censor that. 2 pilots are under investigation for illegally manoeuvring their passenger jet through the air so it drew a shape of a penis in the sky. Bizarre act of solidarity with a Russian football team captain. Well, I assume was a footage leaked of him having a cheeky tug in bed. So he thought, I know.
I know.
Let's honour that. In the sky. Oh my god.
This is like, oh, you have very large penis.
Oh, for God's sake. Kremlin owned something called it a ballsy flight path. But questioned whether the elite stunt was a bit too cocky. You fucking right. Speaking of ballsy. And then it just gets boring. But yeah, basically.
So basically, a footballer was having a cheeky tug.
Yeah, somehow footage of him doing that got leaked.
So they thought, in support of that,
In an act of solidarity, let's take this plane.
An act of tug is anonymous. They spread his name all across the sky.
In penis form. Like, let's just do this loop-de-loop with a ball. There's another one. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't really...
Would you draw a penis in the sky?
My thought was I didn't eat my sandwich.
I know, yeah. Our just conclusion is I'm hungry.
So.
I've got more.
I was going to give you my thoughts.
Go on then.
You
built up more too much, Andrew. Go on.
I mean, pretty selfish, isn't it, really? Ruined his career.
I don't think it ruined people who flew the plane.
That's what I mean.
He's fine. He's
I
just
remember,
up, still wanking. But bloody hell.
While he's playing football.
Oh, my balls are everywhere. And in the sky. Forever. It has to be like one of those. Was it like, let me double check. Was it like a proper like a full on jet? Like a Boeing 247 or whatever? Or was it just like one of those small planes? What, Andrew?
He's like, oh!
I won't load.
Oh, neither did he. But what?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's not okay, Andrew.
I was gonna say like, it's not. There was no penis involved.
No, it was like a proper like passenger jet.
There was no penis involved. But when I used to live in the old house, like down the road.
What a start to a story.
When we were little, we had like this jet flying over, and it was going around like for ages, and it turned out that like one of our neighbors was a pilot, and he illegally somehow managed to get like a jet, and he was flying it around Congleton for his wife for her birthday. So he like one of his friends was like a jet fighter or something. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna rent it from you, basically. So he did it, but because he was over like in an airspace, because I was in Manchester.
Yeah.
He got fired.
What a dickhead.
And with good cars.
Did he do a pattern in the sky?
No, it was just flying the jet around.
Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Bong toothbrush removed from man's stomach after he swallowed it while brushing.
Just deep throats a toothbrush.
Yeah, all the way down.
You know what it reminds me of?
Fun.
That story where you're like, oh, man swallows, fish jumps in man's mouth. And then he was like, oh, even though I nearly died, I wouldn't
hesitate to like
do it again or something.
Yeah.
He tried to kiss the fish or something and it jumped out of his mouth and nearly killed him.
tongue on with the fish.
He was like, I wouldn't mind if it happened again or something. It's like,
So I'll do it again. You can't stop me.
Imagine that, swallowing a toothbrush.
A bloody toothbrush has to be removed from a man's stomach after he swallowed it while cleaning the back of his throat. I mean, who brushes that far back? Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, I get it. Maybe he's like cleaning it because of COVID.
I mean, yeah, but how far back do you have to go?
Like, imagine like how
cleaning the toilet. I've done this.
Holes has gone down my U-bend.
Oh bloody hell! It's lodged in my flush canal. I don't know.
Flush canal. How did they get it out?
19-centimeter long brush. He removed within 24 hours. Whose name was withheld. He was 39. Brushing his teeth on South 15 when it slipped.
It slipped.
Whoops!
Imagine if it was like an electric toothbrush.
Jesus Christ! What? Like the whole thing? They have like that huge base as well. Yeah, he swallowed the whole thing.
Well, I gathered that, but
I know, but just imagine, it baffles you how you just let it go down.
I mean, imagine like the end of a toothbrush is like the whole handle of a toothbrush is like that. It doesn't bend.
Like brushing it upside down.
Yeah, you gotta be like that.
Whoops! Just let it go and just go whoop.
You don't want.
I'm sure it's sexual.
It's drops.
God's sake.
We're laughing at this man's pain, but it is funny.
It is funny. You shouldn't be brushing the back of his inside of his throat or whatever he's doing.
Let's ask Teddy Ursa.
That's what he says. Yeah, he had a minor operation and it was removed.
Okay, great.
I know, yeah.
I think as a life lesson they should have left it in there. It would have made his stomach nice and clean.
Apparently he wasn't experiencing any pain after ingesting the toothbrush.
I mean, it wouldn't be that painful though, would it? Because it's pretty thin.
It's just a brush end. It's going down. Brushing you as it goes down.
Clean.
Almost clean to be too dark.
At least he had a nice, clean throat.
He's sparkling clean. Colgate fresh. Okay, well, that's the end of that.
Alright, good.
Next one. Bing. Goat hops into police car, eats paperwork, and knocks over officer.
While he's in the car?
Yes.
Just knocks him
Maybe
over.
Knocks them out of the car. It's my car now. F the police.
I think that goat... What?
Read the next line.
Go on.
A troublemaker climbed into... It just says a troublemaker, so it sounds like a person. Climbed to a police car, started to chew up paperwork, left there, and then headbutt the officer when she tried to intervene. Stay out of it!
I think he did some serious crimes and he was trying to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah, I think so. I'm on this goat side. They weren't even arrested. Despite the whole incident being caught on body cam footage. That's because it was a goat. I'm not subject to criminal laws. Yeah, just, I'm getting you. But yeah, just attacked a police officer. It was great, really.
Good.
She's not physically armed, but we hope she learned her lesson.
Never
Never be a police.
to goats.
Never stand in the way of goats, yeah.
Hello?
We send our wholehearted support to the goat in this trying time.
Yeah.
Next story. Badong man, aged 80, blows up his kitchen while trying to swat a fly.
What's up his kitchen?
There's more, Andrew. A pensioner blew up his own kitchen while trying to kill a fly with an electric bug zapper. Can you guess what happened?
Did you just like throw it in a sink full of water or something?
Well, no, because it blew up the whole kitchen.
Yeah, but then it would exploded.
It was a gas leak.
What?
It's the electric. It caused a spark.
Oh. Well.
And did he survive?
Yes.
He did actually.
Did the fly survive? I'm on the fly
We
side.
never found a body. Again, we're on the fly side in it. He waved the bug zapper, which looked like a tennis racket. Why is that important? And it's designed to burn flies. Oh, so it's like it does like a small thing of it. Well, it says one fly, hot instrument ignited the gas. The kitchen and part of the roof was destroyed, but the man escaped serious injury by diving on the floor. It's like abort!
Well, I imagine he might have been a veteran. So.
Yeah, he's probably flashbacks. He's treated in hospital, blah blah blah. This was in France.
Oh, well, it makes sense.
Typical. Classic French behaviour. On this occasion, gas was leaking into the but why was gas leaking into the Surely that was also dangerous. Burned hand. That's all he had.
It's just like, why was gas leaking? No. Burned hand.
Burned hand. I was just glancing through.
Okay.
It is unknown whether the offending fly survived the blast.
Aww.
Rip.
Does it actually say that?
It said that last bit I said, yeah. It didn't say rip, but it said it just ends like with that. Is that what the guy said? Like he just threw a grenade into a room and it dived out of it. That's what really happened. Okay, final story. Ding! Potty-mouthed parrots split up by zoo bosses after egging each other on to swear.
I think they should have been left.
I think they should have been as well.
You can't. It's not the parrot's fault that like you swear around it.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up, and they love a swear. Nobody has complained about the bullshit birds, but bosses didn't want them upsetting young visitors.
Do you know who did cause a parrot to swear?
Go on.
Heather.
Did she?
Yeah, she told me a story that she went to a pet shop and like her and her friend were like swearing at a parrot. It started swearing and then like it came out on the news like or something.
The news. This just in: sweary parrots mug passers by.
I think like she said it was like it was something about the swearing parrot in the paper or something.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
It's just me.
It always involves birds with that last.
I know. It's out of control. The parrots, named Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jade, and Elsie.
I thought it was like two parrots. There's like quite
there's a whole gang of Andrew.
They're like egging each other on.
Part of a colony of 200 grey parrots. We saw it very quickly. We were quite used to parrot swearing, but we've never had 5 at the same time before. Naughty.
I wonder what they were saying.
Most parrots clam up outside, but for some reason these 5 relish it, so they don't usually be as confident when outdoors.
Yeah.
Apparently one started and then the other just started. Got it. Oh. People have come to highly amusing, but you haven't been had complaints just for, oh, we better like try and calm this down a bit. When a parrot tells you to F off, it amuses people very highly. Oh yeah, it amused me.
I remember like it wasn't...
It's brought a big smile to a really hard year. I love hearing about times to go F myself.
I remember we went to this like sanctuary. What?
Go on, tell me the sanctuary story, then I'll drop this on you.
The sanctuary in Stafford, and there was like a magpie there.
Yeah.
And it says say hi to like Steve or something. Steve the magpie.
Yeah.
So you go hi, and it spoke back to you.
Oh.
And went hello. I was like what? And then it started like laughing.
Oh my god.
Because they're like kind of like crows and ravens. Because
Yeah.
ravens can talk. But it just like I was just like really taken back. I was like bloody hell.
So hello. What? Oh, do you know me? And also to end this story, but to brush over your story, which is also great.
I think you need to brush over it.
The park is also home to Parrot Chico, who made headlines in September after a link to sing a range of pop songs, including Beyonce's "If I Were a Boy." And that's where we leave it. And that's been
Bullshit News.
Bullshit news,
Andrew, we'll talk about one more game and then we'll launch into one of your...
Okay. I think we need to talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, we do. We can have a little chat about it.
Because between Ghost of Tsushima and now,
yes,
I don't really remember anything else that came out apart from like Valhalla, which came out recently, Crash 4.
Crash 4.
You haven't played Crash 4.
We didn't talk about Xenoblade either.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Xenoblade. I mean, I haven't finished it. Well, you haven't finished it either. So.
We can mention it.
Get a bit of cheeky chinwag.
But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
That was stunning.
What a great game.
Oh,
It's not...
Richie showed me it on the PS5, how it runs on the PS5,
Oh.
and it's just like, it's so smooth. I was like, I don't remember it like looking that smooth.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it's not often I go out and win and buy like a brand new IP.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not as sure. But everything about it just looked amazing.
It was stunning, and like they really nailed it down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a good game.
It sort of takes the Assassin's Creed formula and tweaks it.
Yeah.
Tweaks it enough to be different.
Yeah, it did. They actually did it in Japan, which I'm still waiting for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
They will. They'll run out of places eventually, Andrew. Yeah.
I remember like walking, like you do that whole first bit, and it's all intense, and like the Mongols turn up, and then what was he called?
I
keep wanting to say Kotal Khan, but that's Mortal Kombat.
Khotan. He was Khotan, wasn't it?
Oh, Khotan Khan.
Khotan, yeah.
And he made me laugh every time I saw him.
He was right, jovial. Well, he wasn't. But...
He wasn't. He was like a massive like tyrant, but the way he went about it was really jovial.
He was just casual about it.
He was just like, your whole island's dying. Why don't you just come along with me?
Just submit.
Submit. Go on, man. Then you shoot him in the face, and he throws you off a bridge.
Yeah.
Once he started going mental, he went like full on.
Yeah.
The story in it was really like. It was really emotional because obviously the whole island was destroyed by the Mongols and stuff. But then you had like this big arc with you and your uncle was the what's the word? I don't want to say shogun.
He was the warlord.
Warlord of the island.
I can't remember the proper name for it, but yeah.
He like basically ruled the island,
and
your father had died, and he was training you to be the next.
Yeah,
to be his son.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then replace him once he died. But then you met Yuna.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Lady Yuna.
No, it's the same one.
And she taught you like the ways of assassination and stealth.
Just to use whatever you can, because obviously the Mongols was a new enemy.
And I really like that. I love the fact that it was like, well, this has happened. What I'm not gonna be like a man of honor right now.
Yeah. I've got Mongols to kill. And and as someone who plays a lot of Assassin's Creed, I did spend a lot of time assassinating people. We're gonna be like, as someone who's killed a lot of Mongols.
I did spend like 90% of my time trying to assassinate people or shooting them with a bow.
And then you played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Whoa! I mean, that's what I'm doing in Valhalla right now.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, as a Viking, you're probably more likely to run in and like kill everyone. I'm just like, but yeah, I remember like coming out of the first area, and like one of the first places you see is that forest with the golden leaves.
Yeah.
And they're just like, all the leaves are coming down, and like,
it's such a beautiful game.
Stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And then you have all foxes running everywhere. You can pet them if they don't run away first.
You gotta get them. Yeah, you've got. He's also like one of the best photo modes I've seen. I think the other one I've seen that's possibly even better is the one they've just put into the new Demon Souls remake.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Took so many photos and stuff.
Yeah, I did too. It was just like
just play around with it.
I think when I play games is like I always try and push them to their limit. So I had a lot of glitches.
I think you just generate glitches, to be honest. Maybe you need to push them at all. I think they just happen.
I was like, let me see if I could just jump up here. And he like got stuck on a rock.
Like
and he was
humping the rock. It's like, Andrew, how even? How even?
It's just always like, it always involves like horses with me.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed no horses.
Like, break him. Hey, can I get on this horse? It's just like,
it's God's sake.
And then you had like different characters in there that you did like side quests for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone really felt really fleshed out.
They weren't like side quests though, because like I think you had to do them to progress the story.
Yeah, eventually you did. Yeah, they all sort of like built up towards a bigger mission sort of thing.
But there's some really cool characters in there. There was like Lady Masako.
Yeah.
Who was played by Lauren Thomas. Amy Wong.
Oh, Amy Wong.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. It was. If you actually listen to it, you can hear it.
Yeah, probably will notice that now.
Then there was, I forgot what he was called.
Oh shit! Yeah.
The Archer.
No, he's.
Yeah, Donnelly. Who is like a big like figure that we know about in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was amazing that they brought her into it.
It's not the same one though.
No, it's not. But it's
cool.
The
name.
Yeah.
It's a cool reference.
I mean, I've forgotten most of the characters' names, honestly.
Mm.
I remember Yuno and I remember Lady Masako because her story was really depressing and her name sounded like Massacre, which is ironic because her family was Massacre.
Family was Massacre.
And like,
how we laughed.
I remember the monk. I really like the monk.
Yeah, Norio.
Yeah, Norio. He was really cool. He had a naginata, and I was just like, "Oh, can I have it?"
Come on, Ben, came it up, baby.
Give it. Give it.
I want to assassinate someone. Just come from windmilling it.
What was really cool as well is like you got the different armors, and the armors did different things, and they weren't just visual. They like did specific things. Like they might give you more of an assassination bonus. They might give you more power with the bow.
Like you'd have armor, but it'd be heavier. Would be better defense.
Yeah,
you'd have lighter stuff. Would be good for assassinating and stuff. Like
it was just everything about it was so intricate, and it was just. It wasn't. The island was huge. Like all the 3 sections of the islands were huge, but it wasn't like in Assassin's Creed now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like most of like sort of like Midlands to Southern England.
Yeah,
with a bit of the north.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So and that feels huge and stuff, but this felt like a good amount of content.
Yeah, I think so.
There's
a lot to it. Like it only really gets to a bit of a slog if you want to collect everything.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
we both platinumed it.
Yeah, cool. We did.
We had that trophy where you had to dress up as Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
I
had to look that up.
I know, yeah. Like, that's one of the last ones I need. I was like, what have we got to do for this?
And I saw like the combination. I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good reference. Yeah, because people who made it we created Sucker Punch. You made Sly Cooper.
What goes to Shima just be like their way of getting back into it to make a new Sly.
Yeah, they just made this whole masterpiece to get to do Sly. It's funny because I've said it before, but like the people who made all the classic platformers like Insomniac, Sucker Punch, and Naughty Dog all now make these huge cinematic.
They do.
Like visually great storytelling games, and it's really crazy how to think where they started and where they are now.
Yeah, it's like Insomniac did Ratchet and Clank and Spyro.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do Spyro?
The original Spyro.
Yeah, they did. And then it was, and then they did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? And then I think Sucker Punch. Did Sucker Punch do Infamous? I always get it like confused.
Maybe, yeah.
I always think it's Sucker Punch, and then I look at it and it's like, no, it's not. It's not Sucker Punch.
Because I can't remember what they've done between Ghost of Tsushima and
Sly.
Yeah.
And then obviously Crash had done, or Naughty Dog have done Uncharted.
Uncharted and Last of Us.
Yeah. I like playing through that game. I just like I never got bored of it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed every aspect of it. It was so good.
Yeah. It's such a whore for ancient Japan.
It is.
I was all over it.
It is. We are.
It is.
As whores for law. It was beautiful. And then you had like the historical people. Well, actually, they didn't have katanas in this time. It was only like a sword. All right. So it doesn't have to be 100% historically accurate. It's a game.
Yeah,
and people know, like, if you say samurai and stuff, they're probably more likely to think, oh, katana.
Yeah.
Then most people probably don't even know what a naginata is.
No.
I sure didn't until I played Samurai Warriors.
And then you got swinging.
Mm-hmm. And then I played Samurai Warriors.
Penis jokes, right.
Speaking of penis jokes.
Andrew, emails have been flooding in.
Have they?
From people wondering... And Angdrew, we've got queries.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Want to read them out to you? Let's roll our jingle.
Go.
You got a problem you can't fix. Ask Dr. Andrew. You'll solve your pranks.
Ask Angdrew.
Andrew. Andrew.
Dear Ask-Angdrew, I have a serious case of the Huns. I was bitten by a local Hun, and now I can't stop saying XOXOXOXO, text me, and are you okay, Hun? I've even started tirades on Facebook. And even share memes with pictures of minions on. What do I do? That's from an anonymous Hun. I don't think I've had an email quite like this before.
I mean, what you need to do is, like, you need to get some garlic. You need to cut it up. You need to cut out a sheep's heart. You need to cook it. And just, like, hope that the Hun gods, like, accept your offering and take the curse away from you.
Alright.
Because if you don't...
Go on, Danny. Explain it. I call the Holy Daniel then.
That's how you break a Hun's curse.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Idiot.
Yeah, Daniel. That's what, like, Carl's too late.
It's too late.
Too late. Sharing minion memes on Facebook.
It's a slippery slope. It's the path to the dark side. Next up, hello.
I wasn't finished. So, moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
I was like, and I haven't said my point. Sorry, these pants make me keep moving on. Anyway, let's move on.
What a dick. Yeah, go on.
No, carry on though. You moved on now.
Yeah, but I want you to go back. Is there any seasoning with the...
No, it's a curse, Daniel.
Sorry, I was
break
getting
it.
hungry.
It's a blood offering to the Hun gods.
Alright,
You gotta break it.
should be a liver from like a minion.
Well,
if they were real, that's what it'd be.
you have to do it in a specific way. You gotta do it on like the night of a new moon. And if you get a text saying, "Are you okay, Hun?" then it's over.
Yeah.
You can't. It won't break the course.
The course.
The Hun gods have to do it without sending any memes to you in the process of doing it, and they can't do it. So if you like, you may as well just not do it, to be honest. You're just gonna murder a sheep, and what's the point in that?
Foolish. Why would you? But yeah, good solid advice as always by a legitimate doctor. Hello, how are you? I'm writing as a smelly creature from Bin. I want to grow mustache, but I don't know how. My personality is non-existent and I want to really force my opinions on people. I really think a mustache would work for that. Also, check out my shop. It got 50% off everything for grey. That's by Bin Bum.
Bin Bum. Well, Bin Bum. I think you should just stop, to be honest. A mustache isn't going to help your personality.
That's a must-ash.
Sorry.
So you sound like I said mustache.
If you mustache.
If you must ash.
Then you're not going to get the cash, so.
Ah, that's good. Good quip. That's a good slogan.
So if you want to sell your wares, don't. And there's no such thing as Grey Tuesday.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist, so.
Come on. Get with it, Grandad.
These people.
Well,
I mean, this guy lives in a bin, so.
Yeah, you can't judge him too harshly.
No, but
He
I'm
looks
going to.
like he hasn't washed in a while. Hello, Ask-Angdrew. It is I again. Oh, who? I have been finger in everything. It great finger, it now evolved into bigger finger. My single mum friend loved big finger. I am not nuffed, she just don't understand how. Oh god, I can't. I can't even read this properly. Just don't understand. How do I work on finger, but not be nuffed? Respond. Always selfish you have. Finger, finger, finger. Bug. that was an experience to read. Never mind. Answer. But Andrew, what is the answer? Can you even answer that?
No.
I think we should block that.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, we did last time, and then they still
They
somehow...
find a way.
They do. There's always the...
Life finds a way. As you say in Jurassic Park.
There's always the... Just like... Right.
Go on, Andrew, what are you trying to say?
I just like saw Hogwarts on the poster there, and I thought it just like it didn't translate that it said Hogwarts, and I just started thinking it was like the most funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'm not surprised you're broken after that email.
I mean, like, I just like, yeah, we don't want it. We don't want any more of your finger.
Yes.
If you are nuffed, as he put it,
yeah, offensive.
Then just stop harassing your single mum friend. 'Cause she wrote us an email last time.
Did she?
Yes. She wrote us an email telling us how much of a naughty person you are. So, you know, you've gotta stop.
You gotta stop and move on.
You need to let go of your finger dreams. You need to stop using your finger for stuff.
So insane, man.
All the thing that went through my head was that a finger of fudge is just enough. ENUFT.
God's sake.
That's my advice to you.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough of that. Here's our final one, I think. Yeah, it is. Dear Atkins Annie.
Atkins Annie?
I've got the name wrong, that's silly. Oh, I'm emailing you. I'm emailing you to file an official complaint on behalf of me and all single Pringle Huns around this fair nation. First of all, there is too much laughter in this series. If you were any sort of good podcast, there would be at least 6 adverts for sexual performance pills and investments in wind farms, not all this merriment, you're having a laugh. If I wanted to find something funny, I would go down to Dover and laugh at immigrants in their dinghies while I throw rocks at them and jeer with my Brexit first mates. And secondly, this feature doesn't even solve problems. Never once have you tried to solve anything. You only make them worse because you are a fake friend and I don't enable people's crap attitudes and I for one am fed up. Goes angrily. Scroll down. That's Britain Bum. Right. What a reveal. I've just made a big space there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was a lot. I think that's just a lot of anger and hate there.
It was a lot of anger and hate.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
To be honest,
you shouldn't be throwing rocks at people who are trying to start a better life.
Not really.
That's disgusting and absolutely selfish behaviour.
They are having a laugh, as they put it.
They've had to escape their country and during an extremely difficult time, and they can't live there anymore.
Yeah.
And they're trying to start a better life.
Yeah, so get over it.
And you're throwing rocks at them, killing them, probably.
I'm going to assume right now that they've killed immigrants.
They could have hit him on the head.
I know. I'm going to assume they've already done it in there.
He's down at the White Cliffs of Dover. Ironically, because I'm sure you are a KKK.
Yeah, and your white hoodie of Dover.
And yeah, I just think that's absolutely disgusting. And as for the laughter, can't help it.
We were told up on a bus once, apparently. You said that the bus driver had a go at us because we just kept laughing. And I can't even remember it happening because I was too busy laughing.
I don't remember it happening either, but you always tell me that.
It's because I remember you telling me, I was like, did they? You were like, yeah, they were dead annoyed. It's probably just us, like, just having a jape.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about the final remark when he says we don't even solve problems?
I think
Andrew, the question in your credentials as a doctor.
I think I've solved many problems. I've had many emails sent in to me, not that we've covered them in the series. Of people who thank me for my advice.
This is Andrew's daily job, Daz. Leave
Exactly.
it out.
I'm an agony am.
Agony. Ang. Drew.
Atkins Annie.
I know, I didn't get a name right. I don't even know what that means.
Maybe he just like wrote into the wrong show.
Maybe he did. But we'll rinse him anyway for being a daft racist.
Yes. Naughty. And that's the end of Ask-Angdrew this week. Thank
Yes, please roll with you. Please. Oh.
So what? All right.
Spring.
So what next, Daniel?
We'll mention. We'll mention. Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
That was out quite early on in the year, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Was
was.
that January?
No. Because after I got back from California. I got back from California in February.
Okay, then selfish.
It was February and March, wasn't it?
It was early in this year.
Yeah. I love it. I haven't finished it yet, but I love it.
It blows my mind how big the in-game world is, and it was out on a Wii.
Yeah. I think like when I first started it, I was so confused. Like I just didn't understand how the combat worked or anything.
Even now, I'm still a bit unsure, to be honest. There's a lot. It's because a lot of the normal setups to things like status things that we're used to in other games that seem to carry between series.
Yeah.
This one's just like started from scratch with his own sort of things, and it's quite hard to remember what certain things do and things, because you've got like break and topple, and it affects like the states, like the enemy,
you knock them down and you can knock them up and
knock them up, getting pregnant, child support.
The story as well, like from what I've played of it so far.
The story's amazing.
It's so emotional and confusing. Very confusing.
It is.
You have like what are they called? The mechons and the
biot. Oh no, the homs.
The homs. And the homs like are getting attacked by the mechons. And the mechons are eating people for some reason.
I do, yeah, they are eating people, aren't they?
But I think I don't know. I don't think that's true.
No, they're eating people, Andrew.
Yeah. I think they're eating people, but I think then they're taking them back.
They all like they were eating people in that first scene.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
I think they're taking them back, and then I think they're doing what they do to them.
Sexy.
Yeah, they put them in there. I don't know. I'm going to say it's been out for years. They put them in the mechonis.
Oh.
Not the mechonis, the mechons.
Yeah.
Because they're basically like suits of armor.
The Bionist and the Mechanist are the two. Basically, the whole world's set on two giant robots.
That's fucking phenomenal.
It's
to
the
be
most
honest.
amazing setting for any game I've ever played. They're like they're that huge. They basically form like each part of them's like a landmass.
Yeah.
Like you start on like the foot, and then you go up to the leg, and then other parts, and it doesn't even feel like it when you're on it, but it's that big that it sort of works.
Yeah, and there's also like different environments and stuff, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
the whole idea behind that is like crazy, but it's beautiful.
But an article I shared the other day about how they went from like Xenogears to this one. He spoke about when he pitched the idea, because they just started working under Nintendo, and their idea was they just made a statue of the two things like locked in combat, and that's all they had. They didn't have any story or anything. You just like pitched that idea of the set.
Oh wow!
And they were like, "Have you got anything else?" It's like, "No, we haven't started working it yet."
So, here, take my money.
Take my Nintendo dollars. In the face. But it's just, I think it's one of the best settings for a game I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's just really unique. Like
it starts off like it's pretty intense when it starts off, because like you're in the middle of a war and you're like, whoa, what's going on? Like I've just been thrown into this, and then you've got like this sword that one of the characters has.
The Monado.
And then it turns out like it only picks as certain people.
Yeah, it resonates with certain people.
With certain DNA, which I'm assuming is going to get revealed. But...
Dino DNA!
So anyway. And then like I always forget her name. The female at the start.
Oh, Fiora.
Fiora, yeah. Like the guy that you play at the start is Fiora's brother, and then he ends up joining you, and you've got all these different people joining you, and then something happens to Fiora, and it's like a big emotional roller coaster for like most of the game because of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
and it's just like the way that it plays out is just it's like incredible. And then like all these like intense things happen. You go through this really really intense battle with a mechon in the mine, and you think all these people are dead, and then like you're trying to escape, and you escape, and then like it's still chasing after you. And you blow it up. And then you get out of the mine, and then there's a big metal face one.
Andrew
and then
still hasn't recovered from this part of the game.
And then there was about 50 of the ones that you just killed, like stood there, and they're all Cockney. And it's like, oh my god,
they're all Cockney. And you won't stop.
I'm going to get the apples and pears. I'm going to eat you.
It's like Jesus Christ. Oh, I just remember like him from like the trailer because I just kept seeing the trailer and I was like, oh my god, can't deal with him.
And then like you go through all these like beautiful areas, and there's like sort of like old world stuff going on. Like there's all this lore behind each area.
The only thing there's a lot to it. It can be quite overwhelming if you want to do all the side quests because there is literally thousands. I'm not even joking.
There's all these side quests, and like you have to go to like different, like even if like say you're like in chapter, I don't know, like 8, you can go back to the starting town and someone might randomly have a side quest.
Yeah, they most likely will.
And you go back there, and then like some of them, they have a clock next to it, which means
it's timed. You have to do before a certain point in the game. We don't know when, so you basically do those as soon as possible.
I remember like I found that out after, and I was like, oh, I didn't do all these quests, and then apparently I did, thankfully.
Good. Yeah.
But I was just like, thank God that I'm that OCD that I have to complete side quests.
There's so much to it. Like it's just really fleshed out. Like yeah, I'm sure you could just play it casually, but I'm not a casual player.
No, we're not casual players.
Just hammer these games
because we need to like we're all about like story, characters, and just like the world, the lore in the world, the world of illusions. No,
and also me personally, like I don't play games more than once.
Yeah,
these days as an adult, I don't really have time. I like to try and get as much played in one playthrough as possible, if not all of it.
And it's just like you wanna fully experience it, and it's just like this. You're just like, I'm gonna go grab some like grass.
So you can burn it alone.
Yeah, and then like you go back and they're like, oh, thanks for the grass. Can you kill this thing for me? And then they're like, it's all like 50 of them, but they only come out in the rain.
Yeah, and also once you've done that quest for them, you build up the relationship with that person. Like NPCs have their own like relationship thing that builds up in their settlement.
Yeah,
and it's just crazy. It's crazy.
And then you get like different things depending on how like the settlement's going and stuff.
And like affinity between characters who you play as well.
You can give like gifts between characters,
which then unlock scenes that you can see.
Yeah,
it's just there's a lot to it. It's really good.
It's phenomenal.
It's good for us. It's like therapy.
As a question. Have you got the 7th character? Okay.
Have you got the 7th character?
I've got 6.
As I went to show you a screenshot of an I took of the random bloody enemy names, and it had the other character, and I was like, never mind.
Okay, I know who it is.
Yeah, I know, but I still didn't want to show you.
You're like, hey, look at this! Oh no, it's got a spoiler.
I know, yeah, I was trying to show you something else, and it's got a spoiler right in the corner.
It's like when you showed me Hagrid in
yeah, he's just got naked in the corner which hadn't been revealed yet. So, oh shit, even I hadn't seen it. So I spoiled it for myself.
I was like looking at it and I was like, what's that in the corner? I was like, Daniel, you just spoiled the Pokemon voice. Oh, did I? Like,
did I, Andrew? You're like, yes. I was like, oh yeah, I did. But yeah, I've got a negative, and it's a really random negative, but it's like because the areas that you're traveling are so big, they should have really had some sort of vehicle system in place.
Well, they have like a fast travel system though, but
they
even then, it's hard.
I feel like that was the restraints.
I think they should have had like their own version of a chocobo.
They should have.
No,
actually, when we got to the Bionic leg and that shitty kid's like, oh, came out on a speeder and now it's broke, I thought we're gonna get that.
Oh,
we're gonna whiz around on it, and we didn't.
That little, I hate him.
I know. We had to save him so much.
I just remember like talking to Sanaka about it. I was like, I don't want to save this kid. This is fucking died. No.
You're on your own now, child.
Stop running off. Charles is really worried.
In the middle of a wall. Stop it.
Charles is really worried.
Your town's already been blown up. Will you get a grip? You have to rebuild that town as well as town building. Side quests. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I remember like I was trying to level it up and like you have to give them like certain materials and
Yeah,
stuff.
you have to harvest, like, some of them are really random to get.
And it's just like,
And you
oh.
can trade items with any NPC as well, but it's another way to get, like, specific one-of-a-kind items.
So it's like, oh yeah, have you got any bodkin beetles? So they're all just like really random names.
Yeah.
There's like found like a verb and applied it to like a like or like a descriptive word and applied it to a verb.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, severity radish.
Just like mix. Do like span a wheel on one.
Yeah.
Chose a word and span the next wheel and just put it like, hey, you've got a radiant shoehorn. It's like, oh, thank you. You shouldn't have.
And then sometimes, like, because it's all about like the Monado sees the future, and you're using it to like change stuff.
Yeah, you change, like, you predict things that happen in battle.
And sometimes you'll collect a material, and it's like, wow, I really need these materials. It's a good job I collected them all for this person that I'm not.
Bonzark from Society 9 really needs these dung centipedes. And then it'll just like cut off. You're like, what? Does he?
So I think one of the hardest things with it is because, like, for most of the game, up until where I am now, dealing with the mechons is like really intense.
It is.
Because unless you have Shulk on your team, and you can remove Shulk from the team, and you have a weapon that equips that has like mechon killing powers on it, you will only do 1 damage to them, and it's just like really hard. Later
on, I will say, even past the point you get better weapons that are automatically anti-mechon.
Yeah.
So it's I get why you do, because it's to the point where you meant like these mechons like unstoppable.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It's not always that way, which is good.
It gets better.
It gets better. But yeah,
I'm excited to play more of it. I just need to like finish
everything.
I
just really wanted to get into it, even though I'll probably start other games as well. I just wanted to sort of like
get a bit further in it.
Get to a conclusion. I saw like this. It's got super bosses in it as well.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. I've seen what level they are, and I'm just like.
I've played a bit of Xenoblade 2 because I played Xenoblade 2 before I played Xenoblade 1.
Yeah.
They don't really link in a sense.
No, not set in the same world, is it?
I think it is, but it's not.
Different time period, maybe.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There is references to the first game, I've been told, but I don't know what they are. I didn't gel as much with that as I did with 1.
I do want to play out Barafi at some point.
I want to finish it and stuff, but it's just like there's a certain aspect to it that I don't like, but it's fine.
Yeah, some of them I've seen, it's more like anime tropey than like the first one. The first one feels more like original, like I don't know, just the voice acting's like all British. Like when you do like British voice acting, even though it's usually quite hammy, it just feels different than the usual over the top Hollywood style acting, which is nice.
Yes.
But yeah,
it feels like, especially in like sort of like what do you call it? Like an old style setting. It's not even then that it's not really an old style setting, but it feels like it.
Yeah, it feels lived in. It's like the Star Wars vibe.
Yes.
When the Star Wars does Star Wars right, it creates a world that feels lived in for like years and years. It's old but new, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's what Xenoblade does really well.
And even like with the technology and stuff that they have guns, they have computers and stuff, but it still feels like...
It feels rustic and like grimy.
And that's what kind of fits with like the whole British side of it. We are very rustic and grimy.
Yeah. Everything falling apart, fighting against robots all the time.
Yeah.
That's why the Monado stands out, because it's like new technology. It's like completely clean.
Yeah.
I really like the design. It's
yeah, the Monado's like beautiful.
It's like if Apple brought out a sword. It's all these clean edges and smooth. Nice. But yeah, we're enjoying that.
Yeah,
we'll finish that at some point.
Yeah, it's just like Daniel has all his art, and I was doing a lot of recording at the time and editing and writing game stuff.
Yeah,
you just kind of like you don't have the time to do it.
Yeah, it's a very time-consuming game. I've already clocked over 120 hours on it, and it's like I'm only just approaching end game.
Yeah, and it's just it's just a phenomenal game. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy it.
Right, before we do another feature, do you want to do a special one-off feature?
Yeah. What is it, Daniel?
Tell you what, do you want to... Jimmy had that finger open before and you had a bit more light coming off the screen.
Yeah.
Just while we're... There we go. Whoa! Just so we can... It's annoying because it goes from like too dark to too bright. Andrew, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Is it? I didn't know.
So today, for a one-off special feature.
It's got a nice hood on this.
Present the presents.
Ah!
We don't have a jingle. Just makeshift jingle. It's Andrew's birthday. It's tomorrow, so this is naughty.
Yeah, this is very naughty.
Considering we're recording the 30th anniversary Shodcast.
Oh, alright.
Just showing up. Andrew, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You should be 30, right? Let's just say you're 30 for the 30th episode. That makes more sense.
I'm gonna open this card.
Go on.
I'm gonna open the card first. What's that?
We've undone the seal.
This is Pandora's box.
Yeah. Pandora's box.
This is from Daniel's family.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Good enough. Andrew, the heavy drinker that he is. Let's go, one good. Didn't even have a sandwich, Andrew.
I know.
Keep
It's
saying
gonna
it.
be too late now, isn't it? Let me open this. That's right, I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
I'm opening it on my knee.
It's an unboxing feature. Get in there. Get in that Star Wars sponsored box.
Oh, nice. This
F
is
you.
for cook.
For cook.
This is like, oh, it's got socks in it.
It does have socks in it.
Yes.
Make sure to wear them for 10 days straight myself to test them out. Take these socks.
I really like F2 UK. Like, I need shower gel and deodorant anyway, so.
I think my family always knows.
Yeah, just like get it because these probably run out.
It's true. He has run out.
Oh, look at this! Look at this paper. Oh, it's very light.
It's very light.
Is it?
It's very misshapen as well. It's a dick to wrap. It's not actually a dick.
It feels like a thing.
It could be.
Oh, I'm excited.
So is Andrew. Gamer. Me.
So is Andrew.
Andrew.
Oh,
Me. Gamer. Andrew, show us. Show us what it is.
it's a Tyrannosaurus.
It sure is.
Bloody hell.
Get out of here.
Oh my god. Hang on. Let's get him out.
Well, that's free him. I think it's stuck to his little podium.
Yeah, that's
Get him out
fine.
of his little bag.
I'm gonna put this down.
I always like to get you massive ones.
Look at that.
Hey! It's ready for action.
Oh yeah, I like Tyrannosaurus. I love Tyrannosaurus, but you know what I don't like about Tyrannosaurus?
What?
Sandstream.
Well, he's doing it.
It's like it comes with Sandstream active.
Oh, Jesus, it's in my eyes!
That's amazing. Look at that. Yeah, let me minimize that for a second so you can like see it.
Oi.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, just keep getting like last time I got you Torterra.
The year before that, you got to be Snorlax.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get on the big ones. So yeah, happy birthday for tomorrow.
Where is Torterra's there? Look.
There it is. My favourite grass style.
Yeah.
Right. I think we should move straight on to another.
What feature we got left?
We have.
I need to eat a sandwich. So we go.
You eat a sandwich, and I'm gonna launch NORG's dating hotline.
Ah.
It's NORG's dating hotline.
I haven't got time to eat this sandwich. Because I won't be hungry for when we.
It just gets very small. Depends when you order him.
Oh yeah, I can order it later. It doesn't matter. does
Yeah.
it? Alright, go on then.
Right. We played this once before. It's a bit of a mess. It's technically the same, but I've put in some rules to make it more streamlined.
I mean, this is probably the perfect time to eat a sandwich then.
I'll read you the rules and you eat a sandwich.
Okay. Oh.
90-second time limit. So basically, I read out a dating bio of a mystery person.
Uh-huh.
Based on the clues I give you, you have to guess who it is, basically.
Okay.
You have 90 seconds to guess. And if you still have time left by the time giving you clues and you've got a clue, you can ask me questions and I can answer yes or no up to 3 times.
Okay.
Basically. 19 seconds isn't a lot long though, so I'll try and go quick.
Okay. You give me 90 seconds from when you finish.
Yeah, I'll... Should I read them all out in a row?
That's a bit.
Well, 90 seconds from the first clue I read out then.
Okay.
Because I can't do, like, 90 seconds from the start. Okay. It'll be hard. Yes. 90 seconds. Not 90 minutes. 4 hours, come on. Oh, no, it's 1 minute 20, 30. 20. It's going well already.
Just like NORG.
Okay, let's read out the first one.
Okay.
So this is NORG's dating hotline. This is contestant number 1. Well, not contestant number 1. We keep comparing this to that, and it's nothing like that.
It's nothing like that, but
Just because it's a game show setting. So this is a mystery love interest number 1. Hi, ladies. I like to think of myself as a persistent pursuer of women, though some might call it predatory. Start the timer.
some might call it predatory.
Yeah. Any clues?
Persistent lover of women. Is it Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
No. Oh, well, that's me done then.
And the next clue?
I don't know. That's hard.
I know my way around a frying pan, especially on the road on those long camping trips.
Was that the same person?
Yeah, free clues. per
Oh,
person.
okay. A bit of frying pan. I don't know.
The last clue. I like to think I'm pretty solid, with only one instance of STIs downstairs, but the cream soon got rid of bat itching.
Oh, Brock.
Yes! Hey! Got it! With 20 seconds left. Did you like my clues? Ding, ding, ding. Where's Brock? Let's put him there. Bing!
Oh my
I
god.
can't remember what Brock's last name was.
It doesn't have one.
Isn't that his Brock? I thought he was going to be like Brock Pewter or something.
Brock Pewter.
Brock.
I
Brock.
don't think Misty and Brock have one.
There you go. I hope you like those clues I put here. The
was
first one
like-
was like, some might call it predatory.
I was just like, what?
I thought you were going to say, is it predator?
I did think that, but my first instinct was Zidane.
Oh, yeah. I
he, like-
think it might have done Zidane, like the first one we did.
I think so.
Okay. Number 2.
Right.
Humph, I'm more of a strong silent type, but I've also been called moody.
Oh no.
And the timer starts.
Shouldn't be eating a sandwich now.
You shouldn't, but it makes it more intense.
What was it?
Humph, I'm more of a strong silent type, but I've also been called moody.
Is it an RPG?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it Squall?
No. Next clue. My hobbies include standing with my arms crossed, collecting swords, and act as an indifferent babysitter to my annoying friends.
Well, the first thought that came to my head was Gilgamesh. But it's not Gilgamesh because he's not. He's someone who's like, hey, maybe he does.
It's not good.
Okay.
I can't answer anymore now. Give you one last clue.
Go on.
Although I tend to prefer gothic chic, my wardrobe is expansive, but if I catch you looking, I'll hurt you because you have some sort of deep-seated trauma that I refuse to get therapy for. 20 seconds.
So he likes swords, or they like swords.
Mm-hmm.
They're gothic, maybe. And they I can't remember the other one.
Babysit to annoying friends.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, it was pain.
Oh, you don't collect swords? Oh god.
Yeah, but a thing's made of swords.
Oh, I forgot about that then. I was just like,
Threw you, didn't it?
yeah. Oh, yeah, well, no wonder I didn't get it, because I just don't like it.
I was emphasising, like, oh, she could change her wardrobe and she's gothic, and she'll hurt you, because that's all she says. The last bit I was going to say, because they have some sort of deep-seated trauma element, or maybe I'm just a moody bitch. Just let me hate you.
Okay, well, I'm gay anyway, so it's alright, I don't want her.
I don't want you, even if I want her to. Okay, final love interest. First clip. This is spoken through a translator. Some say I have a speech impediment, but I can't help that. I was born in a pond. I'm gonna start the timer.
Donald Duck.
You got it straight away.
I was born in a...
I'm gonna read out the other ones anyway though. You got it right. That was the record time before you just to start the timer. You got it. I used to hold a high position working for royalty until I was sent on an extended vacation in a personalised ride. There's too many clues in this one. Now I travel all over so I can show you the world. And then the last one was, if you're in a pinch, I'll always try my best to be there, even if my definitely ex-wife says otherwise. Don't tell her I said anything, she's lying. So that was a reference to him not using Keurig. I just was born in a pond one last. I was born in a pond. Just Donald Duck in a pond. Fuck's sake. Oh, Andrew. So, you got one right in the time limit. You got one right just as the watch time, and then you didn't get the other one. So that was pretty equal going, I'd say.
Yeah.
Time is still going. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it now.
I think.
Knock it out of the park. Andrew, you're going on a date with Donald Duck, considering how well you would base it on how quick you guessed. That's who you're going on a date with. Your date is Donald Duck with your speech impediment, as I've spoken through a translator. Because I was like, if I do the impression, if I speak as Donald Duck, you're just gonna get it.
It was just like that bit was the bit that did it, but then you said when he was born in a pond, I was thinking of like frog at first.
But it's just like born in a pond. God's sake. Oh, I think that's good. I think that's pretty good.
I think so too.
I'll hand you the format next time and you can do it to me and I can have a go.
Alright.
Be fun.
It's NORG's dating hotline.
Oh,
So, I think we have one more feature, don't we?
we do have one more feature. It's a 6-second scramble.
6 seconds scramble.
Wrap up this
Let's roll it.
milestone episode. Roll the jingle.
He does a ramble using his mandible. It's Andy's 60-second scramble. 6-second scramble.
Andrew,
Hi.
I see you've joined me.
I ate my sandwich.
This joining me during this crucial time.
Yes. That's
Never
really
before has a
nice.
man been Jesus has a man been presented love interest while eating the sandwich. But now it's the time for the 6-second scramble. 6-second scramble. 6-second scramble is a game we like to wrap up the show with, where Andrew has to summarise a game, any game.
Yes.
Usually a lesser known game or a crap game in 60 seconds.
Okay.
What's
Say
today's
that-
game, Andrew?
Today's game is Spyro the Dragon, A Hero's Tale.
Oh. Thank God. Let me go to timer. Hero's Tale, which one was this one? Or was that part?
Well, I'm going to tell you that, am I?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You ready?
No.
That's you.
Spyro the Dragon, A Hero's Tale was one of the Spyro series on the PS2. I think it was the second on the console. I'm not entirely sure. I think there was one before it. But it basically brought back a lot of old villains, or it brought back Nasty Nork, who was just in there. And there was a dragon that called Red, and there was all these dark crystals, and you went through all these different areas that weren't like proper worlds. They were just like all open areas, kind of like the.
Andrew.
There was multiple characters in there that you could play as. You could play as Hunter, you could play as Spyro, you could play as Sergeant Bird, and a new one called that was like the Professor's nephew or something. And Pronephew, and he went underground, and like there was no real need to it. Whereas Sergeant Bird's missions were like the flying missions and stuff. It was really good, but like the whole overall arcing story of it wasn't that great. It was just all about this dragon called Red, who was just stupid to look at. He just looked like Valvados from Final Fantasy 7, and there was just like it just wasn't that good. And
Stop.
I should have a couple of extra seconds because the lights distracted me.
Go on.
And it just wasn't that good, and it just tried to live up to the hype of the originals, and it just didn't. It just fell short.
Here we go. Spyro. What's it called? What is it called?
Hero's Tale.
Hero's Tale. Slammed.
Slam.
Slammed.
County.
Nice.
So,
Andrew, what a good 30th.
Yeah. 30 years of Shodcast.
Yeah, 30 years already. It's flown by so quick. These special event Shodcasts.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just rubbing your logo and your face. Oh, rub his face, rub his little peanut head. It's almost the size of one there.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you. And if you've been watching these Shodcasts, we appreciate it greatly.
Yeah.
I like to think of them as a rare treat.
Yes, they are a rare treat. But
So-
join us on future videos that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
You'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Tune into our Final Fantasy X-2 play, which is ongoing currently on Andrew's channel.
And we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
This week's episode of the Andy and Dan Shodcast was brought to you by Danji's Designs, the Drew Gamer, and the Network of Awesome. Get along, little doggies.
Don't forget that as well as YouTube, you can also find me across all my other social media, which I will link in the description. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Speak to you next time.